Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. This time we're taking a look at the Star Wars Attack of the Clones Jango Fett Kamino escape figure from the Star Wars Saga toy line from 2002. And he's number 13 in the series. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the figure. Alright, so taking a look at the Jango Fett figure. So he is number 13 in the series from the Star Wars Saga collection for the Attack of the Clones. This is actually the name of the series that came out for the Attack of the Clones movie in 2002. So these figures are very action oriented. They did a lot of action stuff. So a lot of these figures have those dynamic poses already molded into them. So they didn't have a lot of really good, playability. But this one's not too bad, and I actually enjoy this guy a lot. So this is the Kamino escape. So this is obviously when Obi-Wan Kenobi confronts Jango Fett on Kamino, and a battle ensues outside in the rain. And this figure comes with a lot of cool features. So first off, his helmet is removable, which is a really nice feature. So you can just pop his helmet off, and it does show his face. It's a pretty decent sculpt of his face, and he's got his nice little helmet here. The little antenna does not go forward. It's just molded straight like that. And like I said, it's pretty nice. It can pop on and off on the figure. The other thing I really like is the way these guns are molded. It's almost impossible to see probably with this camera angle. The hands actually have grooves on it, so they fit extremely nice in his hands, which I really like, and I really enjoy that. As well as he actually has molded in holsters, which I did show, on each hip. And you can put his guns in there, which is a really cool feature, and it holds it really tight. His other feature is he has a grappling hook actually molded into his arm. It's actually, you just pull the hook right here, and you'll see it right there, and it just, the string slides right through, and there's a knot on the end, so he can actually grapple, kind of like how he grabbed Obi-Wan Kenobi with that. So a nice little feature. So you just grab the little knot, and then you can just pull it back, and it's actually slotted like that, where this piece of plastic right there, it can actually clip and stay out of the way. The only thing with that is there's no way to get it off other than cutting it, so you always have that string hanging off it if you're going to play with it. Now the other feature with this guy is his backpack. His backpack is totally removable. You can pop his backpack off, which is pretty cool, and it also has a little piece on the top that you can actually pop off. This is kind of just almost like a placeholder for an action feature. This just pops off and slides in to the top of the jetpack. He also comes with basically a shooting missile that you would pop in, and it kind of latches down here, and then what you do is you kind of pull it a little bit away from the backpack, and then you would just let it go. It's going to be hard to see this, but you just let it go, and it would shoot the missile. It doesn't really shoot very well, but it can shoot, and I'm also holding it at there we go, it kind of just flies off. So not that great of a feature. I really don't care for that as much. Like I said, I pretty much prefer just to leave this attached in to this guy, just like that, and keep it with his little dynamic gun shooting pose. As far as articulation, he does turn at the head. Obviously you can turn him, with the mask, and then he also can move his arms up and down. Each arm does have an extra point of articulation at the elbow. You can kind of see it's kind of subtle more in his right arm. He does rotate at the hip. His legs move forward and back. And what's really nice about this jetpack is even his little thrusters actually rotate, which is a really nice little touch they didn't have to put into this figure, but they did do it. And here we have a size comparison. Here we have Jango Fett next to Shakti, both from the Saga collection for the Attack of the Clones. Nice figures, but this kind of just shows you they each have that kind of like dynamic pose that's molded into them. So they really don't have that, you know, traditional or new, you know, style that like the Force Awakens is doing now. It's got the arms on the side. A little bit more articulation on some of these figures, but they're kind of posed for a specific action, and you really can't do anything other than that, which is unfortunate. Just like Padme has a figure where she's got her arm way out to the side, and you squeeze her legs to make her arm move back and forth. One of those action-oriented toy lines, I'm not a big fan of that. I much prefer the Episode 1 and the Episode 3 figures when it comes to how they decide to do their stuff. But, you know, decent-looking figures. I love the Jango Fett figure. I love his mask. His mask is able to come off. I think the biggest downfall for the figure is he's got that grappling hook string that sticks out. It's just one of those things that's just ridiculous. I wish there was a way that it maybe had a cap you could pull off without actually cutting it or trying to unknot it. But a nice figure in the Saga Collection Attack of the Clones toy line. And once again, this has been Jason with Fireletter Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.